and welcome to another stream of Being the Beacon with Dark Maestro. Kind of getting used to that beginning there where I keep saying that same thing every time. What do you know? How was everyone's weekend? Hopefully all was well in the world of the fandom of Dark Maestro. Because things were good for me. I had another good week. Got a couple of the folks waiting in the chat from the beginning. Got Will, Holistic Cake. See Bob in there. Heck yeah. It's been a while since I've seen you in chat, Bob. We got Raccoon sitting in there. Hope you're feeling all right, Aubrey, man. Praying for you, dude. Every day. All right. So, the week. It was a pretty good week, guys. So, week 2 of being back among the living at work instead of overnight. And things making progress. I started actually talking with the folks that I'm going to be working with when I go to Ohio next week. Yeah, it's good stuff. They have like this 120-page PowerPoint presentation that they're going through. And I'm trying to teach them, hey, it shouldn't have an essay on there. It needs to be like a couple of points here and there. So what do you know? Yeah, so it's been pretty decent. On Thursday, I was going to go to worship practice, but that didn't happen. It was canceled. So instead, I was actually able to just have like an early day at home. It's kind of nice. Hang out with the family. Yep. Then on Saturday, Sabado, Mr. Jeef had a concert with the symphonic band at the University of Wyoming, and that went really well. They were actually performing with the Timnath Middle School Band. What's up, Matt? It's good to see you in the chat there. And so they are actually fairly good. They were a pretty small band. Everything all together, including all their 6th, 7th, and 8th graders, is only like 30 kids or something like that. So it's a little small. But their advanced band was like the 20 of them or something like that. And they were actually pretty decent. They were able to play the songs that they needed to play. They did the song called Toboggan with the rest of the symphony as well. And man, they sounded really good. It sounded really good. I'm glad you had a good Halloween. I personally celebrate Harvest Day, so that way I'm celebrating life. But yeah, I'm glad you guys were able to have a good time. Calvary Chapel, where we go, had a Fallen for Jesus kind of thing on Friday night, so people were able to show up and get some candy and have some good fun there. Imagine that was a good time. Hopefully Kate can tell us about it, as long as his computer woes go away. He's having some tough times right now. I'll actually message him real quick. Call me again once you're good. Yeah, so the rest of the concert, they played 4 different songs, and one of them was a song I played back when I was in high school called The Second Suite in F by Gustav Holst. And that was fun. That was really fun to see. They got this kid that was from East High School who plays the euphonium. It's like the baritone. And he's really good at it. The first movement in that song features a couple of solos. And man, that guy, he just nailed it. Soaring on the high-end notes, which you're not really supposed to be able to do on the baritone, but he did. It was good. I was very pleased with it. Very pleased with it. So then we were actually able to go out with Jeef and go have some Qdobas, some good burritos. Man, tell you what, burritos, they hit the spot sometimes, don't they? Yeah. They have a new thing called the tortilla soup bowl. So it's just like a salad, like a taco salad where they have the tortilla that's all fried in the taco salad shape. So they load everything in there with the burrito, but then they put this tortilla soup that's on there too. Oh, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it a lot. Yes, I did. Then, today, I was able to play drums at church. So that was neat. It's the first time I've been able to play drums there in a couple of months since before the project. And man, that second service, it was nice. It was really nice. I tried watching the online version of it, and it definitely highlights all the mistakes that I made and that we made. But still, there's a lot of really good moments that are in there. But man, I'll tell you what, about halfway through the first song, you could feel the spirit there. It was just palpable. It was great. There was just this moment where like we all locked in, and I could see the guy that was playing the guitar in front of me. Like he looked back, like it was really good. And we were really having a good time. One of the songs I had never played before is called Who Else. So if you haven't looked it up, do. And then make sure you set aside 15 minutes just to kind of be by yourself and tear up some, because it's a really good song. It's a really good song. And that was our finisher that we had. One of the other songs we did was We Praise You. And the middle of that song, it goes hard. I was really enjoying it a lot. That was really good. Plus, they're going through Galatians still, so the second half of chapter 3, really just harping on that you're saved by faith and nothing else. Nothing else you can do can earn your salvation, and that is very nice to hear, because that is, left to my own devices, I'm sure I would fail. All right, let's see how Cake's doing here. Yeah, I think he's having some computer woes. He might not be able to join us today, guys. He might not be able to join us. We'll see. What's all right? We're gonna go do some stuff and things. So, Matt, do you celebrate Harvest Day like me? Did you guys do anything with your family, doing all the stuff and things? Tell you what, Minecraft updated over the weekend, and it scared a bunch of people because they changed the way the program's installed. So now, whenever I'm in full screen mode and I try to tab away from it, it doesn't crash whenever I'm in a server. And as well, whenever it's not in full screen mode, you can see it's got the white bar along the top instead of that black bar. They installed it as a different game type, whatever. But it like changed all the file locations for everything. I had to look up
A better how bad.
I had to look up a video from Silent Whisper that Matt sent across in order to actually fix it. And then he made actually a video on his second channel as well, really detailing that whole process of how to make everything work. I waited a few days and it worked okay for me. But I had to get my skin re-imported and connect all of my texture packs so that we can get the Better RTX going on there. But it's working now. But that's what Cake is struggling with. He's got some Windows updates that we're trying to go, and they're just not doing so hot. Coffee Lady, welcome to the stream. It's good to see you there. All right, so haven't really done anything since last stream, but last stream we finally got started on the Netherite expansions over here. Matt says, we had a fall day. We stayed home and watched the movies. Our oldest went with his friends that night. Nice. Barley, welcome to the stream, Barley. It's good to see you. All right. So I want to start the stream off by doing another expansion of this and just getting this kind of squared away so we can continue on with what we've been trying to do the whole time. So I think I need to take out some stuff and things to make that happen, huh? Yep, because we're going to need the netherite and the smithing templates. Okay, so let's start off with building that expansion first. Yes. Sorry, guys. Haven't figured out how to turn that off yet, apparently. Goodness. What was that? That is new. Okay, I think I need to go to the settings there. What's up, Cake? Can you hear me?
Yeah!
Oh my god.
I can play!
Like, you can actually, like, for reals play, or kind of not really?
Well, Minecraft's not lagging so far, so...
Yeah?
Doing better than it was earlier.
Well, that's good. I'm trying to find streamer mode here. Enable streamer mode. There it is. Got it, guys. Sorry if I blasted your ears out with that. That was not my intent. Didn't realize that streamer mode did that. All right, so you guys know how we haven't been doing full screen for the longest time, so we could get this little spot over here showing who is talking, if it's me or Cake or Jeef or whoever it is that's joining us. Now, watch this. Full screen mode, and it still shows it. I'm finding out the new things with this. And one of those things is that it crashed Cake's PC multiple times.
What? No.
Yeah.
Just twice.
Add some blue or green to my screen. Oh, my face looks red? Okay. Un momentito. All right, let's see if I can do this right. Is that better? Yeah. Vinny, welcome to the stream. It's good to see you there. So yeah, the update changed a few different things. It changed also the pause screen here. So like the settings now, instead of saying settings on here, it's this little toggle here. Oh, a little bit more. Wow. Okay. Let's see. -11. Did a little bit more. Boom. There it is. Sweet. So the menu in here is all sorts of spaced out too on everything, but everything else is pretty much still the same. So far so good then. So the biggest thing on this is that it's made it so that you can download texture packs for vibrant visuals. So you guys know how I use Better RTX along with Defined PBR from MadLad. That makes it so I can use ray tracing. So remember, the vibrant visuals is kind of the version of that without the super nice graphics card. So this way you guys can get some better shadows a little bit too. So I haven't gone to look into it yet, but I'm willing to bet that there are a bunch of free versions of those texture packs that are in there for vibrant visuals. Yeah. So a couple of things that I've noticed though, like with the update on here, with it updating to 1. Whatever it was, that 1.20, 1.120, it's really long numbers now. Okay, look, that's really hard. Yeah, 1.20, 1.120. So it's got like this extra little blurb of light that's on the top here. So they must have changed the texture for all the lanterns, because my soul lanterns that are in the nether do the exact same thing. That's the only graphical issue that I've noticed on here. Everything else just still looks great. You got the fuzziness that's on there, like what we had planned on there. When you first log in, it's a little laggy at first, but every update seems to have that. So far, so good. Except for this weird artifact that's here. I don't know what this is about. Oh, and then it's there sometimes. Okay. Man, this music is really beautiful right now. What song is this? Oh, this is an actual real Minecraft song. This is called Watcher. Wow. That's nice. Oh, someone's waving. We need to wave back. Hi. Someone. I think that's Cake right here, actually. Oh no, there's Will. Hi. There he is. Sweet. Let's go to town with this. Let's get some stuff going on here. I don't seem to have a good way to put a pie sign on my pie that I'm trying to bring to pie and praise for fellowship tonight. You mean like the two lines and the squiggly on the top? Is that what you're talking about, Willis? PI? You know, in the Walmart world, that's called perpetual inventory or performance index. Depends on if you're which side of the business you're on. Okay. I'm gonna try to figure this out. Get some pillars. Do we have any quartz blocks? We do. The stairs. Sweet. I think I'm gonna need to have like this here. Yep. We'll start with that. Then maybe? I'm not sure. I kind of like that, but I don't know if that's going to work. Yeah, the one that stands for 3.14, like the math symbol. Right. You know, I wonder if YouTube actually has that in there. It does not. I thought it would. Fancy that. I think this needs to come out one more. Not quite right. Possibly. Needs to go farther back, doesn't it? Here we go.
Dang, my computer does not like this update at all.
Is it still struggling? Mr. Cake? Can you hear me? Calling Mr. Cake. Can you hear me, Mr. Cake? I'm gonna go with no. He can't. Okay. Well, if he drops out, that's a bummer. But it's okay. We've got our partner in crime, Will, here, and we can do stuff and things. Let's see if we can get this going here. It's got one space in between. Okay, let's do this. Here we go. Bass, guitar, and burritos, welcome to the stream. It's good to see you here.
Hilltop Bank knows some teens are smart.
Hilltop.
With money. They know how.
Let's make sure that it's actually going to be playing what we need it to play. I have a feeling it's going to try to jump to non-Minecraft music here in a moment. It's going to try to be all clever and stuff. All right. So, Vinny, how was your week? Anything of note that you wanted to bring up today? What are you guys going over in church? We're going through Galatians right now. Yeah, he's restarted it like 3 or 4 times. So what I was watching on Cake's resources is his RAM was continually raising as he was on Minecraft. So it'd start off with a gigabyte of use and then move up a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Where did you come from, guy? Huh. Maybe we just need to get an extra torch down here for now. It's happened before with a Minecraft update. I don't know. So I'm using Windows 10 and I'm having no issues, but he's on Windows 11. And I can't help but wonder if maybe that's part of the problem. I'm not 100% certain. Yeah, we can find out. Barley says the Lord's taking you through John and Psalms. Ooh, that's a good combo. Let's make a few more of the half slabs here. There we go. Those 2 in place. Get the little half slabbies in place. Then we can fill in the hole. Big hole. Okay, got it. You are on 11 and it's fluctuating for you too, or so normally it'll fluctuate because it's based off the chunks that you have loaded. But I was watching it and it was going up like 50 megabytes a second. So after watching it for a minute, like it was up over 4 or 5 gigabytes of RAM in usage, and then it just completely crashed his PC. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's really weird. Just read 316 today. Nice. That's cool. By the way, I am really enjoying the sunrises and the sunsets on this pack that I'm using. This pack that I'm using right now. It's really neat. The sunset is pretty amazing too. When it goes down over here, man, it's like it gets that real pinkish color, and it's really sweet. All right, so maybe trying to decide what we're gonna do here. I think we're just gonna have to play it by ear and figure it out. All right, so we need the dark oak fences in order to finish this off, and we'll need the black glass. Heck yeah. Go. And then we got the glass. I think I'm gonna have to do like a weird corner thing. I'm not 100% how that's gonna work. Yeah, definitely. I need to get another another thing of birch. It's okay. We've got a storage for that. Yeah, it's not really making sense. There was an update, a security pack update that was failing to update too. And it kept trying to download an update. And I can't help but maybe wonder if that's what's causing some of his problems. Nope. Well, let's test it. Does it work? It does not. Come on, Mojang. You can get it to where fireworks work in the offhand. I know you can. Just got to make it a thing. Okay. Let's build this up. All right. So then we'll need the block of quartz. Yeah. Sweet. Nice. Okay, so then we can get our sea lanterns on here in a moment. Yes. We'll need to get our stairs in place, like so. Maybe, like me, you got to see which ones the RAM needs to seat in. I had mine seated in the wrong slots. You know what? That's not a bad idea. It's a laptop, so I'm a little concerned that maybe, you know, I'll break things if I try to do that. So we'll see. Earthfall, the plunge. What? What is that from? All right. Let's see how this is looking.
You won't see the engineer that slams the Nissan Rogue's door 13.
Okay. So let's see how we're going to want to do this. We got to get those sea lanterns in place, and then we can get the end rods in place for our light source. So we got to spread that light all the way. So here we are. Oh, the music's back. That's good. I just hope it's it's probably going to be one of those like 20 little miniature screws you got to remove or something like that. Working on laptops can be a little rough sometimes. trying to think. I kind of want that path in between there, but then I kind of don't all at the same time. It's like the whole thing needs to be shifted over and moved out one, maybe? You figured something out for a pi symbol on the pie? Well, what did you do? What did you do there? Yep, we're gonna move it. We're doing it. It's happening. We can use this as like the same one, I think. Sweet. We can get this in place. That means I might not need to have that extra birch block. I can actually keep it the way it's supposed to. Oof, almost fell. It says in the Bible that the earth set is called firmament. Yeah, so we're gonna need this in place here. I'll just go like that. Yep. We can save our glass this way. There we go. So yeah, at church they're going through Galatians right now. I really enjoy that book a lot. Not quite as much as John, but it's up there. In Galatians, the constant theme in there is kind of what I said at the very beginning here, where you can't do anything to earn your salvation, ever. That's really it's a pretty critical piece, you know. If one were to try to do that after being saved, it's as if Christ died for nothing. It's just. And that was kind of the emphasis today. It was really neat to hear. I really liked that a lot. It's not every day I get to listen to a sermon and it's like, yeah, that was spot on. You know, usually there's always like a little something. It's like, I don't know. Okay, so we can come out like so. Yeah. That's not quite right. You know, doing this is not as easy as it looks. You'd think that it's like, oh, just place the block. Nope. Let's go get those slabs in place. There we are. So when you hear some things you're skeptical, your mom's Catholic and you're Baptist? Okay. Yeah. So like what are you skeptical about? Let's talk about it. Because what the Catholics believes and what I believe, or what Christians believe, is a little different. Like some of the foundation stuff is the same, but there's a lot that is very different. Gotta keep repositioning. We gotta get it right. There we go. There we go. Vinny said, I would have posted it on this chat, but I don't think there's a way to do that. Well, can you describe it? Be interesting to know. Methinks. It needs to go forward one more still. Dadgum. We'll get it. We'll get it. That needs to come out here. Yes. Yes. Okay, here we go. There we go. Okay, now I'm feeling better. The picture on Messenger from you. Ooh. Let me see if I can pull it up. Un momentito. Okay. Yeah. Look at that. Oh, it's a pumpkin pie. Dude, that's my favorite pie right there. Okay. I see that. Maybe if you took like a flame on it and you torched it, it would turn it like that kind of brown caramelized color. Ooh, that's a thought. Man, now you're making me think. Oh, I want some pumpkin pie, guys. There we are. Okay. Feeling better. And Silk Touch for the win on this. Goodness gracious. Can you imagine if I didn't have Silk Touch? We'd have to like remake everything 100% of the time, every single time. That would be terrible. That would be terrible. Would you call it pity pie? Pumpkin pie you called pity pie? Okay. Alright, we can get this in here. I think this just needs to be a regular quartz block. So if we try to do a stair there, it's just going to look weird. And the only one that's allowed to be weird around here is me. So, you know, that's just unacceptable. Okay. There we are. Okay, sweet. Ooh, over where? What you looking at, sir? You looking at the floating brush of doom? Okay. So now we can get our end rods in place once we get the terracotta. Okay, let's go grab a terracotta. The lights. Can't remember. Do I have those in here? I don't, but I do need these. And then I need those trims. Here we are. Nice. Okay, so we'll get our terracotta in place. Then we can get our end rods. Sweet. We can get our stands in place. So I'm changing the design. So like this one over here, it's too compacted. I need to spread it out. So that's why I'm taking the 4 and I'm splitting it into two different stand locations. So we might need to add another light source. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how I feel about that right there, but we're getting there. Yeah, so I'm just trying to make it so that it flows a little better. So hopefully whenever I go to fly away in the rain, we can really kind of see that it's a little bit more curved instead of angular. And that's kind of what I'm going for. Coming from afar. Yeah, I think that's going to be a little better than what that one was doing. We'll see. Throw me the lamp. Okay. Okay, so we need to make a couple more duplicated sets of this. And terracotta for the duplication. Alright, so far we've got the Wayfinder and the Host, and then these two are the Shaper and the Razor. Yeah, remember that Shaper? Took us like forever to find. And we need to have Razor on the left. So we can get our signs up. Do it. So it is Razor first and then Shaper. Razor. And that is looking weird. No, it's fine. Oh, it's this one that's weird. Right. You tweaking over there? You all right, dude? And Shaper. Whoop, nope. Got to go down one level. Shaper. There we go. We can get the glow ink and the light gray and put it on there here in a moment. Let's put some things away. Is the internet giving you grief again, Barley? Is it kicking you off? That sucks. Alright, so we need to make a couple more copies of each. Oh, I used all my diamonds. Hey. And we need one more of the Razor. Yes. Das ist sehr gut, yeah. Alright. Now we also need to get netherite on the armor, and then we can get going on it. Let's go finish. Let's finish the signs real quick so we can call that done. Glow ink. Huzzah! And then the light gray dye is going to be over here too. Heck yeah! You know, a lot of people don't like it whenever it's raining in Minecraft, but I have to say, man, like, it adds a certain something with all the extra graphics we got going on here, where it makes things just like a little bit wet and things reflect just a little bit more off things. Yep. I like. There we go. Getting that going. We can go put our terracotta back. The rain does add a certain je ne sais quoi. You know, I didn't know for the longest time that je ne sais quoi means I don't know what. You'd think that it would actually mean something that would describe, you know, the thing that we're trying to say. But it doesn't. It's just saying, you know, it has a certain, I don't know what. It just doesn't sit the same when you say it in English. What else we need to put back? The fences and the black glass. That's offensive. Okay. And we can put up our templates in place. Razor was first. Shaper is second. Yes. And then we can take our last two and go put them back for storage. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Sweet. Just trying to make sure that I have room to do the things. All right, now it is armor time. So first thing, we need 8 netherite and 8 templates. So we can make another netherite armor set. 2 helmets. 2 feats. Maurice, what did I tell him about touching the royal feetsies? Alright, here we go. Clicking away. Kind of feels like I should do this slow, because these are really valuable. Alright, so then for the trim, we need the gold, so we're matching. But only 8 of them. Alright. Let's do this. We need to organize the things so we don't put things in the wrong place. Yes. There we go. Sweet. Okay. So we'll get our gold up, the razor. Use up all the razor. And then we'll get the shaper in place. That's right, it's for the war effort. Are we ever planning on using this for actual war? No. Well, I suppose that shield could go there. Razor goes on the left. Alright, let's see. You know, I wish it had like an example of what the trim's going to look like in the UI here, but it just doesn't. It's just the same template that it shows for everything. Whoop. You got to give me my steak back, man. That's not an option. Sorry. Okay. That chest plate has like a whole lot of nothing on it, does it? Huh. That's fascinating. War. Yeah. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Good God, y'all. All right. Cake, I thought had a couple more brushes that were ready so we could put them in their hands. But I'm willing to bet they're in his inventory. So I don't think we're going to be able to have access to those today. Is there another spot where I did something like that? I just had that pillar go all the way up. Okay, I have a thought. So we'll take a slab, we'll take the stairs, and we're going to go to town on that. There we go. Okay, take the fall damage. Boom. Sweet. So this one needs to be an actual stair. And then this one can just be a slabby slab. There we go. Looks a little better. Okay. Alrighty. So I think we can come back and do the brushes at a later time. But yeah, we're getting there. So we've got 6 of the netherite sets up and running. You feel like you're being played with this whole Atlas UFO thing? You just saw a video that Russia just shot down a UFO. Probably was a UAV from us. Oh, I have another idea for that instead, because that still looks a little janky. If I put the stairs facing a certain way. It should just let me kind of... Should it? Gonna find out soon enough. So if I go like this, and then I place the stair in place, it should just curve. Yeah! That one's not gonna curve right there. It's okay, we can put this one here like this. Okay, that looks better. That makes me feel better about it. Yep. We'll have to get those brushes at a later time. Okay. Sweet. They said it's a comet thingy, and it's made of nickel, which is an alloy. Yeah. You know, with all the AI stuff that's out there too, with how they're generating videos and everything, like, it's really hard to tell when something is actually legitimately real. Like I'm watching some of my friends on Facebook posting stuff, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, this is totally real." And then I'm watching it, and this person's like leg just disappears and then comes back magically. Or there's a truck that's like being shown going all the way off a cliff, and it's got the trailer that's all full of cars, and then one of the cars just doesn't have a back half, yet it's one of the brand new ones. It's really hard to tell sometimes. In the shulker box in the corner next to the ferni. In the shulker box in the corner next to the furnaces. Is that, Cake, is that going to be in your base then? All right. Haha! He did have them ready. Thanks, Cake. Way to come through. Sweet. Let's get him in hand. This is the task at hand. It still floats in the air. That one actually looks like he's kind of holding it. Kinda, a little bit. It's like it's resting on his face almost. Okay. Sweet. Yeah, like with Y2K. That is so true. I just saw a meme that was on Facebook showing a PC that was bought from Best Buy like in the end of December 1999. It said, "Remember, turn your computer off on December 31st." You know, all anyone had to do was just take their date and advance it to the 31st and then watch it tick over and see what happened. That's what I did, and nothing happened. And everyone's all like, "Oh my gosh, the Y2K, it's gonna get us all." Is it though? Is it though? All right, so we need to kind of decide what we're gonna do here with the path. Let's go over yonder ways. It's like keeping it on the back burner in order to say it's a mass abduction that took place instead of the rapture. Yep. There was a movie that actually used that. All right. So we're watching that. Should disappear right about here. Oh, look at that range. Oh, yeah, look at that. See that beacon shooting all the way up? This is where we're going to put the lighthouse, guys. It's either going to be in this circle or it's going to be just beyond. Mr. 148 IQ. Whatever, you were there with me when we did it. Come on. So I'm not 100% certain where I want to actually put it. So that one we put on an outcropping of a cliff. You know, and we kind of built that out a little bit so it went all the way down. But there's nothing really here that has a cliff. So like if we go up to the ship up here, we can really see it. Oh yeah, did you see that? That was skills. So right here is kind of that line of where the lighthouse disappears from view. So if we go too far out, you won't actually be able to see the beacon, and it just will fade. So I'm not 100% certain exactly where. Like, we could actually put it on the top of this hill there. That would work, and it would kind of be inside this circle thing. Oh, maybe that... Is that the play? I think that might be the play. Oh, what? Wait, what? Okay. Mr. 140 IQ, ha ha ha. This is me reading it aloud. Think outside the box. I remember you telling me that when you were a wee teen. Yeah, I was 16. A wee teen. I stopped growing when I was 14. I was full size, okay? I was life sized all the way. Okay. So now here's the question. Do we want to build up the lighthouse, or do we want to just have it only have like one raised area where it just goes up by 5 and then the lighthouse goes on top? So like when you're looking at that one over there, it goes up like 5 chunks before it raises to the actual lighthouse. And this one, because there isn't really a raised area, we don't need to build it up for the ocean seafloor. What do you guys think? I'm actually asking you guys. I want you guys' input on this. It's a little dark right here. Maybe we can put down a torch so we can see what we're doing, huh? I think it's been a while since I slept. I think I should sleep. One guy had a dream recently that the reason the market's promoted is because the government of the world will tell people it will keep them from being abducted by the aliens. I love how you wrote that. That's great. Barley, I'd really like to know your thoughts on the lighthouse here before I start just pulling the trigger on things. And Will, Matt, if you're still watching in the background there. There we go. The hidden tree right there. There we go. What about the men in black? Okay, come on, guy. Barley says, I just laugh at the governments of the world. Every single time a Rapture High Watch happens, I love the circus. You just grab your popcorn and sit down. Yeah. There we go. Burrito says, yeah. And if you drink Tang, you can become an astronaut. Okay. Well, I'm not getting a ton of feedback from y'all on the positioning of the lighthouse here, but I'm thinking we'll just go up one level and build it up. But we can build a wider base, so that way it'll be the equal height of that one. Yeah, I think that's the way I think that's the direction we're going to need to go. Okay. So, where is that center point going to be? Probably here-ish. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah? Let's try that. You're at a loss? Okay, well, I think building up here will kind of put it in perspective. This is kind of the center point that's here. So if I remember right, that's like 13 wide at the base or something like that. So we can kind of do something here, and that'll go almost out to the corner. Maybe that center point needs to come back a little farther. Maybe over there. We're going to have to build it up over here, though. Okay. Let's go take a look at the other one so we can make sure that it's going to be similar height. Look up Mobile Bay Lighthouse. Make it something like that, bro. Mobile Bay Lighthouse? Mobile Bay Lighthouse. I'm trying to think what that would be. Like, without... Just trying to, like, do it. Let's pull it up. Mobile Bay Lighthouse. Suspended in the water. Like the shipping container that's in the background there. Oh, wow, look at that. That's an excellent photo. Interesting. I don't know. I don't like the spindly legs that are on there. It seems like, I mean, I know it's physically supporting the house, otherwise it would just fall. It's real, but I don't know. Okay, so this base is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That is so much wider than I thought it was going to be. 20 blocks wide. And then as it goes down like those 5 layers, it just adds 2 to each side every time. So then that's going to be 28 blocks. So 14 from a center point ish. Is that a city in the sky up on that cloud? You like up there, you mean? That's Jeef's space. He built it literally on top of that in the clouds. But then there's the floating ship that's here. You see, it was a glitch. There's a ship that's down over there, and it's duplicated up there because, you know, reasons. 138 minus 75. That's how tall it is. So is it at Y level 138? Is that the top of it? Vinny says, okay, I'm on my way to church in pie and praise. May God bless you and all good night. You enjoy your pumpkin pie. Make sure you have 8 slices just for me. That's 138. That is, look at how far that goes. Ha. Okay. Might need to be positioned a little bit more to one side. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yep. So let's make the new center here-ish. Yeah? Let's do that. That way we can have a little bit of a walkway around. So, like, if we want to decorate it with flowers or whatever. Where are you standing? You want it there? It's a little far from where the water is. That's where the house should go. That's totally where the house should go, I think. Don't you think? So remember, we've got Sam Wiki the Third over yonder. We'll have to think about what we want to name the guy that's going to dwell on these ones. This house. Okay. Yeah. So it's going to encroach over there. We'll have to build that up. We can do that, though, totally. Sam Wiki. So we named our villager Wiki because a Wiki is a person who tends to the lighthouse. Remember? Trims the wick. Trims the wick. All right, we need to tear this down. And then, guys, it's 8 o'clock. We need to do Mikey time. We never did it. Cake, are you listening in the background there, bud? Hey, this is a Transformers reference. Maybe we can call this guy Shia Wiki. The fourth. There we go. Nice. What was his name in Holes? I have no idea. I never watched that. I never watched that show. Where's Cake? Cake. I need Mikey. Do it now. I don't think he's paying attention. I might need to actually go get him. Like, actually go get him. Go get him. He seems really tall. Stanley Ilnats? Alright, let's sleep. Oh, Mr. Cake has arrived with the dog, El Perro. Que bueno, maravilloso. Alright, let's do this, guys. Oh, it's 7 o'clock? Hey, so I have a clock that is not set right yet, but it's okay. We're going to do Mikey a little early today. That's what we're doing. Okay? We're calling an audible because I done messed up. Hey, Mikey. How you doing, buddy? We can turn the camera just a little bit. Look at that guy. Hey. How you doing? How's your day? You having a good day, buddy? Yeah, you are. You like the neck scratches there? Mikey's pretty awesome, isn't he? His name is his last name backwards. LaBeouf? Fubble? Stanley Yelnats. Oh, right. Okay, I got you. I see that. Thank you. Thanks, Base, for pointing it out. Hi. How you doing, man? Come here. Come here. Come here. Can you stand up? There we go. Get a little bit closer. There you go. I know you're uncomfortable on the edge, but that's okay. He is a beautiful boy. This guy is awesome. The last couple days, he's been able to spend a lot of time with his family, with his mom and dad and his brother over at my parents' place. It's so neat. Anytime I'm driving over there, he recognizes the place and he starts amping out as we're turning onto the road. And he'll like run up to the door. You think like he's excited to see the people. Nope, he's excited to see the dogs. So they're usually out back, you know, having a good time because it's daytime and it's still somewhat warm today, at least, in Cheyenne. So he'll run all the way up to the back door and then wait, like, are you going to let me go? Are you going to let me go? They're outside. I really want to go see them. So I'll open the door, and every single time he just jumps over them. And then they just have a blast. What's really cool is that this dog, he was the smallest of the litter of all 10. And now he's the fastest. He outruns his dad even. And he was, my dad called him Sporty. So this guy is lickety split. There's friends. That's right. Oh man, love this. This guy. How you doing, man? You having a good day? I was able to bring home some hot dogs from work the other day. I'm gonna give it to him in the end. At the end of the day, he was just a happy camper. He was so incredibly happy. How you doing, dude? You having a good day? Yeah? Woo! Gotta shake it off there, man. I think I need to give you a good brushing. I just watched like 80 pieces of fur fly away. Goodness gracious. All right, let's go through this, guys. All right, so we say, be the beacon, because it's biblical. Not just because it's a cool moniker, which of course it is. I'm over here. I'm not over there. You should come over here. So, what does it mean to be the beacon? It means to be light for others when there is darkness. And the cool thing about being a Christian is that you can't help but be that light. When Jesus comes and lives inside you and changes you from the inside out, man, it's revolutionary. Like, seriously, he'll turn your life upside down in a good way. And he'll make it so that others will see it too. They'll feel the difference whenever they're around you. So just make sure you take advantage of those moments, you know? Just even today, there's someone at church that was talking about how it's a struggle to do the right thing all the time. And that they constantly make mistakes, and they're just afraid that God's just not going to constantly dole out the forgiveness, that he might take that forgiveness back. And the great thing about Jesus is that he's already forgiven you. All you have to do is accept it. And once you've accepted it, it's done. At that point, it's just developing a relationship with him. That's it. It's like in a marriage, you know? You'll make some mistakes, you'll have an argument, you'll have a fight, you'll burn the toast from time to time. You might make the bed wrong or fold the towels in a wrong way, or you might yell at your spouse when you're not supposed to yell at your spouse. And it's for nothing. It's for like a towel that's on the ground or something like that. But then you realize what you did, and you go, I don't want to do that. I'm better than that. Because Jesus lives through me, I'm better than that. And I recognize that. I don't want to do that anymore. And so that's God pressing his finger on that and saying, dude, no. So just like with your spouse, you apologize and then you're forgiven. But she's already forgiven, or he's already forgiven you, you know? That's the great thing about Jesus, is that forgiveness is unlimited. Now, just keep in mind, that's not licentiousness. That means that it's not that you could just go sin and do whatever you want and just understand that, oh, I will just be forgiven because, you know, it's fine. You shouldn't want to sin. There's a big difference that's there. And I was harping on that today. And it was really inspiring to them because they're like, oh, so it's just like I don't really need to worry about that. Well, you shouldn't, because you should be wanting to do the right thing to begin with. So, be the beacon for others means let that light that is already in you shine through for others. Yep. Just like this guy is a constant light source for me. He is absolutely amazing. Mr. Mikey. Mr. Mikey is a great light source for me. So, I don't have any Mountain Dew. This is sadness. I asked my wife to bring me home some, and I just don't have any. But you know what I do have? Is I have El Pedro's Mug of Doom that has amazing well water that tastes absolutely amazing. So we can just imagine that it's got the effervescence of the carbonated water and the citric acid and The orange juice that's on the inside. It just doesn't hit the same, does it? Barley says, when you're in love, the want for what's best for your spouse is what matters most. El Pedro's mug. That's right. That is me. It would be really cool to have a mug that like says Dark Maestro on it, and then when you fill it with hot water, it turns light. It'll become Light Maestro. That would be something. You know, I didn't think about it, okay? Like, I had a Pepsi, and I was straying from the cause, and I enjoyed the Pepsi, and then I didn't think about it, and I'm feeling like I betrayed Mountain Dew today. I'm sorry! Oh, goodness. All right, so I actually wanted to talk a little bit about Galatians. Give me 1 second to grab my Bible. It's the Bible. Yes, that's the book for me. My grandma got me this Bible. Has my name engraved on it and everything. Coke no longer owns Dr. Pepper. So they're replacing a lot of fountains with Mr. Pibb. Huh, what do you know? All right. In Galatians. So today we're going over chapter 3. The second half of chapter 3. Let's see if I can open up to it and actually read it. Un momentito, por favor. I think I skipped past it. I did. I got it. It's okay. It's my first time. Okay, it's not. All right, so I can actually pull this up on the screen so you guys can see this too. Galatians with an A, 3. Okay. We changed the scene here so you guys can see what we got going on. Yeah. So last week in church they covered the first part of it, and then today they covered the second part of it. And I was really struck by the promise that was in here, and it's really good. So the theme of Galatians, we've talked about this before, is you are saved through faith by grace. Saved by grace through faith. And that's it. There's nothing else. There's nothing else you can do to make your salvation any better. It's you're saved. And that's what's going on here. So in the previous 2 chapters, he went over, remember we talked about how in Acts and here there's kind of a mirrored story that's going on there when he went down to meet with the apostles and the leaders that were in the church after 17 years after he was saved. You all right, buddy? You just feeling like you want some attention again? Oh, I started talking about Jesus and you wanted to have in here. Got it. And so we went over that already. And how it is that he was able to have the revelation from Christ himself and mirrored what the others were believing, with the exception of circumcision. And then making them follow like the whole traditions part of the Jewish law that was there instead of the moral, just the moral part. And they came down to basically don't do sexually immoral things, stay away from food that's been sacrificed to idols, and you'll go well. And that was basically it. So here's when he comes back hard, and seriously, dude, look at this. He starts off with saying, "You foolish Galatians." That's an accusation. And it's the truth, though. So he spent 2 chapters building this up because he already said, you guys have abandoned what it is that the gospel was. And it says, "Who's bewitched you? Before your very eyes, Jesus Christ was clearly portrayed as crucified. I would like to learn just one thing from you. Did you receive the Spirit by works of the law or by believing what you heard?" And it's a rhetorical question because it's by believing what you heard. He says, "Are you so foolish?" Again, same thing. "After beginning by means of the Spirit, are you now trying to finish by means of the flesh?" Have you experienced so much in vain if it really was in vain? So again, I ask, does God give you his spirit and work miracles among you by works of the law or by your believing what you heard? So also Abraham, so this is kind of like a different change here. Yeah, I would just like to learn one thing from you. Did you receive the Spirit by works of the law or by believing what you heard? Yep. So then here it goes into Abraham and basically equating what Abraham believed as us believing in Jesus Christ. And he explains it. So also Abraham believed God, and it was credited to him as righteousness. So this is a quote. Where's verse 6? So this comes from Genesis chapter 15. There's a little footnote that's on here. I wonder if this actually shows that. It does. Hey, Genesis 15:16. So 15:6. So this is not like a paraphrase. This is not just like putting a whole bunch of stuff together. This is actually what was said. Oh my goodness! Cake the Savior with the Mountain Dew. Look at this, guys. Oh yeah. Oh. Care to join me? You see, I prayed about it, and Jesus provided. Abraham believed God, and it was credited to him as righteousness. Understand, then, that those who have faith are children of Abraham. So this is a direct argument to the Jews, where they say that they're the true children of Abraham, and that the Gentiles can't be. And he's trying to make this overarching argument that comes against what the Judaizers are saying here. Scripture foresaw that God would justify the Gentiles by faith and announced the gospel in advance to Abraham. He announced the gospel, Jesus Christ, in advance to Abraham. This is a big deal, guys. I'm going to exit out of the realm for a moment. It's distracting. It's distracting. Okay? It's distracting. Will said, if you don't stand for something, you fall for anything. Barley says, this is the passage I always bring up when people think they can earn God's miracles and interventions by what they do rather than believing him for it. Okay. So it says, for all nations will be blessed through you. And that's a quote that is from Genesis chapter 12:3, 18:18, and 22:18. So those who rely on faith are blessed, along with Abraham, the man of faith. The man of faith. The first person where something was credited to him as righteousness. And all it was belief. It was just belief. And that's the key for salvation, is belief. That's it. For all who rely on the works of the law are under a curse, as it's written. Cursed is everyone who does not continue to do everything written in the book of the law. And that's in Deuteronomy, chapter 27, verse 26. Clearly, no one who relies on the law is justified before God, because the righteous will live by faith. So he's using all Old Testament stuff. Remember, the New Testament didn't exist here. He was writing it. I mean, he's using the Old Testament. So how can you have the Old Testament that says the righteous will live by faith, but yet you're supposed to do the whole things of the law? Because it was pointing to Jesus coming and imputing his righteousness to us, because we can't do it. The law is not based on faith. On the contrary, it says the person who does these things will live by them. And that is in Leviticus chapter 18, verse 5. Christ redeemed us from the curse of the law by becoming a curse for us. For it is written, and this is one of the prophecies that was fulfilled, cursed is everyone who is hung on a pole, or it says tree is another translation for that there. And that's again from Deuteronomy chapter 21, verse 23. He redeemed us in order that the blessing given to Abraham might come to the Gentiles through Christ Jesus, so that by faith we might receive the promise of the Spirit. And the Spirit is what indwells us from the inside out. So then this is the law and the promise. I know that this is The sections are arbitrary that's here, but I think it's a good synopsis of what's here. Brothers and sisters. So now he's trying to take a more of a gentle approach here after he says, "You foolish Galatians!" And he comes back to brothers and sisters. Let me take an example from everyday life. Just as no one can set aside or add to human covenant that has been duly established, so it is in this case. The promises were spoken to Abraham and to his seed. Singular. That's Jesus. Scripture does not say, and to seeds. Plural. Meaning many people, but and to your seed, meaning one person, who is Christ. And again, that's Genesis chapter 12, verse 7, 13, 15, 24, 7. What I mean is this. The law, introduced 430 years later after Abraham, does not set aside the covenant previously established by God and thus do away with the promise of the seed that will save us all. For if the inheritance depends on the law, then it no longer depends on the promise. But God in his grace gave it to Abraham through a promise. So Barley's saying, so they start off having faith for salvation, but not for the fillings of the Holy Spirit. That works. But now, apart from the law, the righteousness of God has been made known, to which the law and the prophets testify. This righteousness is given through faith in Jesus Christ to all who believe. That's Romans chapter 3, verse 21 through 22. I know you guys can't quite see the chat. Maybe there's a different way I can put a background on here so you can see it. There we go. It's better than what it was before. So then why was the law given at all? It was added because of transgressions until the seed to whom the promise referred had come. The law was given through angels and entrusted to a mediator. Another word for this I saw was guardian. A mediator, however, implies more than one party, but God is one. So Jesus is the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. He's just reiterating that here. So there's no question of him trying to say that they're three separate beings when it's all one. Is the law therefore opposed to the promises of God? Absolutely not. For if a law had been given that could impart life, then righteousness would certainly have come by the law. Now, if I remember right, there's a spot in Isaiah, I want to say it's chapter 54, 53, where they're talking about fasting. And it's like God is talking to him in a sarcastic manner. It's like, yeah, well, go ahead and do all these things. Yeah, you go ahead and follow the law. Make sure that when you're fast, you do all these things and give everything to the poor. Everything. I'll do it all. 'Cause then your righteousness will shine before you like the morning sun. And that's impossible. You can't be good enough in order to do that. And Isaiah's response is, well, then what's the point? Why do we try? Exactly. You can't do it because of our sin nature without Jesus Christ living through us. We tend towards evil. We always look at it, what's in it for me? Well, I'm not going to do that. There's nothing why would I waste my time with that? That's natural. That's why we live in that's why a system of consequences and rewards works in this world. That's why capitalism works, because it's that encouragement to do the right thing because of the monetary gain, because you can go get those things. Christianity is different. Changes you from the inside out. So now you want to do those things without it being because, well, what's in it for me? So is the law therefore opposed to the promises of God? No, it's not. For a law had been given that could impart life, then righteousness would certainly come by the law. But Scripture has locked up everything under the control of sin, so that what was promised, being given through faith in Jesus Christ, might be given to those who believe, just as Abraham believed. That was really neat. I really liked that a lot. That section there, talking about how it is that Abraham was the first to believe and was witness to the gospel from the very beginning and was told that his seed would save the world. Singular seed. So that wasn't Isaac, that wasn't Ishmael, that wasn't Jacob or Esau. That was Jesus. That was his seed. It's really neat. It was really neat to be able to go through that today. Good stuff. So I would like to hear what spoke to you guys today. Yeah, so we are descendants through Abraham because we've chosen to go into the fold with Jesus Christ. We're like adopted family. Adopted family. It's pretty neat. What song did you teach to Sunday school? Which one? With this little light of mine? I'm gonna let it shine? I remember learning that song long ago. Okay, so now we need to decide what we're gonna do with blocks. So Will's got some stuff over here. I can dump some things. Yeah? That is good. All right, I think we need to flatten some of this area out some in order to have the inside of the lighthouse that's there. Remember, this is not the house where Sam's brother is going to live. Abraham had many sons song. Wait, what? Father Abraham had many sons. Many sons had Father Abraham. I'm one of them, and so are you, so let's all praise the Lord. That's the song? I don't remember that. Huh. You know, maybe I don't need to do 100% of it. We need to go get some blocks and make an outline. So now, am I going to do the same kind of outline, or should I do something different? You'll sing it to me and I'll remember? Yeah, I will. It's going to be awesome. I love when you sing to me. All right. So we don't have to follow the same building convention that we did over here. I have so much tough. So much tough. That's tough. So we did a bit of a gradient here going down. So we started with the light gray concrete that was on there, moving into all the different tough variants. Then we moved into basalt and some gray wool. And then as we went down, we moved into the deep slate, and that spread all the way out. And the reason why we spread this out is because it's being supported underneath the water. So over here, I'm thinking we should do some browns. So, Maestro, it's important to explain why it is that we believe Jesus is our righteousness. This is true. To explain it. Jesus is our righteousness. Why do we believe that? So, he was the one that was able to come down and do everything perfect. He was able to fulfill every part of the law, 100% of it, where we cannot. And as well, he didn't just do the bare minimum of not breaking the law. He did all the good things too. And he performed tons of miracles that validated him being divine, as opposed to just being a person who was a prophet. He was actually God himself. So John goes through a lot of those miracles, and it's really neat. Acts goes through several more that came from the apostles after the Spirit indwelled them. But going through the first four Gospels, you'll hear all those miracles that were presented. He healed the blind. He healed the lame, the people who couldn't walk, and made it so they could stand up and walk, quite literally. He cast out demons, those that others couldn't. He was able to, and his biggest thing that he was able to do, he was able to raise 2 people back to life. He raised a girl after she had died. Remember, she's the one that fell asleep. But everyone knew she was dead. And he just said, wake up. And then she woke up. Okay, now she's hungry. Go eat. Then he rose Lazarus after he was dead for 3 days. No one had done that before. He was the only one ever. So that speaks to his divinity. But so when he died, so let me show you this. So Minecraft water, it flows wherever, right? So it'll cover all the things, and it kind of covers that glisteningness, just like how rain does. You can see how it makes the sun just kind of glistens here. You can see that light that's glistening there, but I can see the reflection of the sun that's there. And it just glimmers, really. It's really neat. It's really cool. So now, whenever you get blood on your fingers, and then you go out into the sun, and it's that golden hour, and you hold up your finger and kind of look at that blood that's kind of smeared over your finger, it kind of turns that golden shimmer that's there. This is basically what Jesus' blood does for you. So when he died, he shed his blood for the world. For you, for me, for everybody. Should they choose to accept it is up to them. But he shed enough blood for all of creation so that we could be covered. So that way we look like we're shimmering gold in the presence of the Father, in the presence of God. So we don't have that tarnished look of everything. It literally covers over all of our disgustingness and our filth and washes everything away. And we're made new with that. It's really neat. There's probably so much more than 2 just not recorded. It's fair. Okay, so Barley's talking, and I want to read it. Yeah, we talked about the smear thing together. So when he pours his blood on you and I, he, along with his water, he creates a clean place within us so that he can breathe his Holy Spirit into us. Yep, the Father's light shines on Jesus' robe of his righteousness on us. Yep. Okay, so I'm thinking I'm going to go more with a wooden structure on here. We need to go decide what we're going to do for the build pattern here. Thankfully, we've got a storage facility for all these things. Look, Ma, no hands. I'm flying. Okay. So I'm thinking that the structure supports can be wooden this time, because it's kind of out in the middle of the forest as opposed to out on the seashore with all the graveliness that's on the cliffs and everything. Don't do and fly. Do it. Do it. Okay, so we've got a couple of options. So we've done a lot of spruce. And we're probably going to need to go that direction again, because it gets that real kind of brownish, reddish hue that's on there. And then the planks that are with the dark oak. I don't know if you guys remember this. Let me show you. So if I can get the spruce alongside it here, you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. So they really complement each other. So it's kind of like a lighter shade of the same kind of wood that's there. I really like to be using those in tandem. And maybe we can use that primarily for the house, as opposed to trying to do like copper and everything that we've got going on. Like I'm thinking that like the place that we're building is more of a sheltered place. Okay, so we've got those 2 woods that we can use. We could use the jungle, but I'm really not really feeling that. Isaiah 61:10 says, "He clothes us with a garment of salvation, his water, and arrays us in a robe of righteousness, his blood." Jesus shed his water and blood on us to make a clean place for his Holy Spirit to live within us. Isaiah saw ahead of time. Just like Abraham. What do you know? So no to the brown? Well, I'm not sure. I think maybe you could use different shades of the brown. So we've got others. So we've got the different terracottas that are here. I'll show you guys what I mean. Oh. Uh-oh. Something's broken on it. Okay, we need to go take a look, see. Okay, we're looking for something facing the wrong way here. I'm not seeing it, guys. I'm seeing the gap every time. Here, let's... Wrong spot. Let's turn off our fancy graphics so we can see this. Just go simple mode. Terracotta pie! There you go. Okay, don't crash. You can do it. Come on. All right, so we're just looking to see, does everything face forward? Because the last time that we had something going to the wrong spot is because one of these was faced sideways and it wasn't supposed to be. Everything looks good. Not seen it. Okay, I think we just need to break it and go look. Hey, I was supposed to fly there, and I didn't fly. There we go. Well, what did I do wrong here? So if that's right, then maybe the filters are set wrong? We can turn back on the fancy graphics. If you haven't received his breath, ask him for it. Ray tracing, let's go. That's all right. Come on now. Don't crash. You can do it. All right, so we've got the black that's there. All right, so I wanted to go look at those filters to make sure that it's set right, 'cause something's wrong there. Right around here. All right, let's take a look. So we got the brown wool, white terracotta, light gray terracotta, brown terracotta, gray terracotta, and black terracotta. So we just don't have a ton of the brown or the gray. Don't have a ton of the brown or the gray. Okay, well we can go make some. We've got plenty of the regular terracotta. A certain awesome individual gave us a bunch of the goods here. Yeah, let's go do it. Okay, so the black is fine, but we need gray and brown. Gray and brown. Gray and brown. Do I have a ton of brown? It's not a lot of ways to make brown. Just need a bunch of those jungle cookies. Where is brown? I don't have brown. We can make some gray though. There we go. We can make a stack of the gray. Boom. That's good. But we don't have brown. We used all of our brown. Trying to think. We've got a jungle tree back at the OG base. So we could go get the brown from there. Yeah, let's do that. So, talking about the breath, and then with that he breathed on them and said, receive the Holy Spirit. You just need to receive him as your righteousness and to have cleansed you from sin first. This is when miracles happen after the fact. Until he breathes into us, we are saved, but like stillborn babies, until we breathe him in. That's when the good works open up for us, because we are then empowered to step out in the supernatural. It's all about his breath that imparts his holiness to us. It's not about earning it. It's not about earning it, just receiving it from him. Okay? Yeah. We got to take our boat. Now, I was watching back one of my old streams. I think I know what happened to my last boat. I'm pretty certain I left it at the last end city we went to. El Último. It's a little dark in here, isn't it? That's different. I don't remember it being this dark before. That's because they probably changed the design of... They probably changed the design of the different light sources. Oh, okay. Let's face the right way. Hello. Where am I at? There we go. I really like this. This kind of dark ambience. Yeah. It's like slightly green, but mostly just like gray there. Yeah, that's awesome. I like that a lot. Yeah, of course. Well, thanks you for putting it in there. It's not that way. It's not just me saying it. It's you too. All right. So we've got all those cocoa pods sitting over there. Some cocoa for Cocoa Puffs. We should just be able to use an axe for that. There we go. Oh, uh-oh. I didn't want to chop it down the tree. There we go. Better. So we'll replant these because I'm sure we'll use them at some point. You know, one of the other worlds I was in, I made a massive cocoa farm. Thinking, oh yeah, we're gonna use a ton of brown. I maybe used like 2 stacks of it ever. I mean, just from that one tree, we got 2.5 stacks. Like, it's so much. You know, this is actually pretty accurate for what like a cocoa pod looks like, where it's kind of has a fleshy white on the inside. Neat, huh? There we are. Sweet. All right, we got plenty. Let's go. That sounds really close to coffee. Cocoa. Cocoa bean. Coffee bean. All right, Shrimp Gumbo, let's go to town. Let's do this. Oop. I had some fresh coffee this morning at church, right after they brewed it. Because I get there at like 7 a.m. in order to get ready for worship. So it was super, super fresh. Love it. Eat your heart out, coffee lady. All right, so we'll make of the brown dye. Make of the brown dye. Oh, I'm seeing that stutter. We want to actually put the leftover brown dye over here. In the third chest. There we go. Boom. There we go. That's better. All that. So we can get some brown terracotta that we might use. We could also use concrete too, because that's another good shade of brown. So we've got the brown that's from the wool. Okay, so we need to feed this through the system so that those filters fill up. Let it go to town. We can make some more too. Yum, coffee. It's a short R. It's fine. Boom. Yeah, look at all that brown terracotta now. There we go. So I think we just put this into the wrong spot then, didn't we? Yep, sure did. Look at that. That's the black. This is the gray. Okay. Sweet. We'll put this back. All right. So we were trying to compare colors. That's why we were doing this. That was the whole reason. So the black terracotta is interesting. It's not really black. It's like a dark brown. We could also use mud. There's the dark mud, and then there's the packed mud, which you can use from wheat. That's kind of like a lighter brown color. Trying to figure out what we could use here. Wow, look at all the wool we got. Heck yeah. Love it. Cup. Oh, Joe. Hey, Joe, what do you know? That's right. Maybe we could work in some of the soil, too. I don't know. Maybe. Possibilities. Possibilities, yes. Okay, so then if we were to take out some of that spruce, we could kind of frame it a little bit and see if maybe this is something we would want to go for. Whoa. Get some of that speed. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. So then what about concrete? So for concrete, we need sand and gravel. Sand and gravel. Gravel. And then sand we have stored over yonder. Yes. Yes'm. And I thought I was done with the crafting table. Haha. That's cute. So then this one's going to be a little lighter. Look at that. And then the actual concrete will be a little darker than both of these. Well, kind of in between. Yeah, so we've got options. We've got options to build up. I like it. Okay. All right, so we don't have a ton of spruce right now. We're gonna need a lot more of that. So I say we go chop down a couple trees, then we can make some outlines real quick. Yeah. Coffee, it stunts your growth. Hey, it only stunts your growth while you're actively using it, okay? Once you stop, then you shoot up like a rocket. Would you like to buy some cookies? All right, Corky, come on, let's go. We're gonna need to make a whole line for concrete on the other side. Oh, loving the organization. Got all the orange sand. Trying to figure out where I can put this for now. Put it away. Okay, so the only thing I can't filter away is going to be the concrete powder. Okay. Let's put it on the right. We'll save some brown dye for that. There we go. Now we can go get some spruce. Have you guys all seen Corky Romano, the movie? With Chris Kattan in it? That movie is absolutely hilarious, and I quote it often. Often. Here we go. So times like this, I wish I had placed a beacon over here. That would have been really good, because then I could just tear through this. Coffee Lady has seen it. Will sounds like maybe you've Will's seen it. I know Barley's seen it. Heck yeah. The beginning of the movie just gets me every single time. Take me on. Take on me. He just totally belts that high falsetto on there. Let's take some of these out. Sweet. Stuck that landing like a good gymnast. Here we go. Yeah, the video on that song was unique for sure. All right, here we go. Almost. We're not going to need necessarily a ton. I'm only going to do a few trees here, so not a ton. I'm spamming the click button here, okay? Efficiency 5 on an axe, on an either diamond or netherite axe, will make it so you can practically insta-mine this stuff on bedrock, as long as you spam the click button. If you don't spam it, then it just goes dut, dut, dut. But you can go more than twice as fast. All right, let's get one more. Night at the Roxbury was hilarious. Click go burr. That's right, Cake. You remember when we figured that out one day? This is back on the Switch days. I know. You can lament in the comment section. I used to play Minecraft on the Switch. But we learned that you could insta-mine stuff from far away. Like if you had a stone shovel and you're standing at the very edge of your reach and you're trying to dig up grass, it goes like 30%, 40% faster. It's as if it has like efficiency 3 on it. Down. Always replant what you've reaped, so that you can come back and reap it again. We can go put our saplings back here. Okay. Say that again about the grass. So it was just a Minecraft tip. So whenever you're playing Bedrock, when you're using a tool to mine something, or a shovel to get grass, or an axe to get anything, sorry, for the wood. So when you stand at the very edge here, when that first highlights the box there, this is the edge of your reach. This is unique to Bedrock, this feature. So whenever, like, I've got efficiency 5 on the shovel, so it'll just go to town. But you can do that with efficiency 4 and 3. As long as you stay at the very edge and then you run forward with it. So, like, you can do this with stone too. Let me actually just get some cobblestone and I can show you real quick. Oh, you know what? I've got wood. Wood in my inventory. Okay, look. So let me show you the 2 different lines here of the wood and the differences on how you can mine. Okay. So clicking and holding up close. You know, it's a pretty decent clip. But if you stand all the way far away, hold the click button or the action button for this, and then run forward, insta-mine. Only on Bedrock, guys. Only on Bedrock. Bedrock reigns supreme. The science has settled it. Just make sure everything is filtering right over here. Oh, it is not. Hey, look, we got some more. We got some more magical ink sacs.
New Blink Mini 2K Plus smart security camera.
That update, man. It's not. They're not supposed to spawn like that, but they do. All right, let's throw these in. We can take out our stuff here. I was still trying to spit out all the grass. Okay, so then that means I should probably just go put stuff back manually, otherwise it's going to take forever. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. We'll take the magenta, plug it in. We got the red. I imagine the bottom's full. Yep. And we got the cyan. Ooh, I love the cyan. So, such a good color. It's such a good color. Put the brown back. Okay. Let's go fly over and we can plot out our base. So I want to see how wide this thing is at its base, because that's where we're basically going to start. So I think it's 4 blocks up. So it's like here, yeah? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4. That doesn't seem right. It seems like it should be 26. Okay, so this is 97. 97 and 21 is 26. Ah, see? Yes, math. 26. Got it. Let's take the needle and thread the crafting table and boom, a sweater. There we are. Okay. So we need to go out 13 blocks, I think, in order to make that 26. So from the sea level, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Well, that's going to be like... So it needs to have a 2-block center. Is that right? I'm trying to remember what we did, guys. I think we had an even center, didn't we? No, we had a 3x3 center. So it should be 27 blocks wide then. Okay. That's fine. So we'll just kind of plot these out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, that's like right to the edge. I kind of like that. Is that 12 in between or is that 13? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. I don't want to move the path. The path was perfect. We are not moving the path. We are moving the center. This is now the new center. Listen, listen, you're going to turn into a lava chicken here real quick if you don't get out of here, guy. This guy's asking for it. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I think I got confused there. You like this music? It feels like Beauty and the Beast. This is the same song as that war song. It's just like, oh, the piece that's afterwards. After you went, and entered the city of the elves or something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, look. Look, I don't know how to do math. Okay, it's fine. Don't worry about it. All right. Get this straight line over here. There we go. Go 13 more blocks over. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right, this one's going to go in the water. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Sweet. There it is. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, sweet. There we go. I should build a birdhouse? No! Okay, look, I can't build things that fast. I try, okay? I try, but I can only do a lighthouse today. And, like, starting the lighthouse. I don't know about a birdhouse. All right, let's go see what Y level that top section was at. The littles are watching a short from the characters up. And he just built a birdhouse. Okay. So this is... Chad fell down, okay. So it's Y level 69 for this one. 3, 4, 5, 6. Y level 69. And then above that is 6 for the indent. Okay. Well, he's a guy. I heard that he went to church this morning and liked my drumming, so I'm down with that. Okay, where is 69? Oh, wow. This is 69 here. Okay.
Welcoming a new baby is an incredible journey.
Welcoming a new baby is an incredible journey. I will echo those sentiments. Okay. So 69 is going to be the level for that elevation. That was that thing you do reference, and it was amazing. By the way, how does my voice sound on here? I was messing with compressor settings on here so that way it has less of a buzz in there. So hopefully it sounds better whenever like I'm not having music in the background here. One, two, three, 4, 5. And then this needs to be this. Yeah. And that just needs to be 5 up, 3, 4, and 5. 69. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. We're making it happen. That's 69 here. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. And 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oop, nope. One more. One. We gotta have the capstone on there. There we go. CC 6, 7, 8. Okay, that's fine. All right, so that needs to go up to 69, right? Oh, skills! You see that? Did you see that? Okay. So then this one can just go like... Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Did I do this off center? I think I did this off center. Whoop. Come on now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Better. Okay. It's really dark. Did you guys see that it's really dark? Hey guy, what you doing? It's saying that there are monsters nearby. What's going on? Oh, hi. There we go. He's Ellie's dad. That's right. Skills. All right, so then I can just put the capstones on this, I think. Yeah. And on 69 is where it needs to be. Okay. Oh, yeah. Sweet. That is good. working on it, guys. We're getting there slowly but surely. Sweet. And that is the right spot. Yes, it is. Oh, hey, guy. What you doing there? Did you see him convert right in front of me there? He switched it around right there. Right there. It just happened. Okay. Let's go up. Sweet. That one needs to be the capstone. Yes. Okay. I think we're getting there. Need to eat though. Does this look like a birdhouse? Yes. Oh, dude. You can get like a trap door. It's like sticking out from it, and that's like the perch. That was really quick, dude. Coffee lady, look, look. Will made a birdhouse just for you. Ooh, ah. Okay, sweet. And so this one can just be like here. I'm gonna place it down. It's not really gonna do anything, but it's a cornerstone, so. Not even. It needs to be one lower. Okay, that's fine. Sweet. Okay, we're getting the scaffolding. This is good. This is good. And the next one goes what? 7, right? You know, I thought that tearing down those 3 trees was going to be more than enough for what we were going for here, but I'm thinking maybe it's not. All right, let's do this. Let's see. So this one is what, 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 high. Yep, got it. And how wide is this? Just so we can confirm. It wasn't me. No, Will was awesome. He just did it. Okay, I just fell down. I blame the commercial. Okay. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this is the one that's at. Nope, not quite. Okay. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 21. 21. 21 blocks wide there. Okay. Take a dunk. Don't step on the chickens. Who let the chickens out, Baboso? It's no joke, Baboso. Okay, I think it's time to place down that ender chest. I think it's calling for it. We need some scaffolding. Yep, we sure do. It's happening right now. I have extra spruce in here? I didn't even know. All right, so let's do this. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Yep, that's where this needs to go. Love it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. That's right, you can land on scaffolding and you take no damage. Okay. We should put a nice block there. Yes, we should. Especially since we just found our secret supply of spruce that I totally forgot about. Yay, extra wood. Yeah. There we go. Let's do it. Boom. Yes. Sometimes this is the boring part, you know, where you have to actually get the base layer done, get the scaffolding up and running. It can be a little time consuming, but that's fine. So remember, this is all going to be connected on the inside with gradients going up. So it's going to, you know, get a little lighter as it goes, and it'll all be connected. There we go. Nice. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There it is. Sweet. Diagonal. 1, 2, 3, all the way up. That was too far up. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Does anybody have any momentous plans for the week? This Thursday, I'm going to be learning to run sound again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm hoping to be able to do 100% of it on my own. But we'll see. Depends on what they let me do. They might not be willing to let me have all the reins right away. I lost 2 scaffolding, and I don't know where they went. Hello, scaffolding, my old friend. Where did you go? Ah, there's one. Ah, there's 2. Got it. I don't think that they've determined exactly what they want to do for songs yet, but if it's anything like today, I'm down with it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And, dude, you know what else happened today? I went and checked my mail. I got my corporate credit card today. I forgot how many blocks I counted. Darn it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it had this this nice big long explanation of what it is that I'm allowed to do with it, which is basically only things work related. Thou shalt not do anything else with it. Okay. You got anything for me? Oh, he's got cherry logs. I think we need to make that happen. Those are not the easiest to get. Let's do it. We got emeralds. We got tone. Mangrove? How about yes? And what else you got? You got anything else of value to me? No, you don't. Okay. Be gone! We can put that away. So, should we start the spiral sooner? I don't know. I don't know, Governor. Those presents came from Santa. Amazon, here he comes. Okay. Let's go. Whoa, what was that? Sound. I forgot these dogs have different bark noises now. Kind of like almost a hound. Like a young hound. I'm a hound dog. Oh, watch out. I'm doing flying again. Do and fly. Do and fly. Do and of course fly. You're ready for a tree? You know, I am kind of feeling it. There were some Christmas commercials on and I was half tempted to let them play just so I could say, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize it had Christmas songs playing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. That's where we started it. That's where we started. Okay. Let's go put away our special wood so that way I don't misplace things. Oh, storage system, here we come. What's a little, it's a little jittery here. What do you know, right? Yep, we are going to be celebrating a little bit early. We talk to the right people. They'll be like, oh, you're celebrating a holiday on the wrong day? Blasphemer! It's just a day. That's all it is. It's just a day that we can choose to celebrate any day nearby. And that's what we do. I was looking for something. What am I looking for? Rockets. Right, because I'm down to 9. Slowly working through our rockets. We'll have to bolster them here fairly soon, I think. Yep, that 15th of December is going to be a good day. Especially for a certain individual who plays the saxophone, I think. Alright, am I going to be able to stick this landing, guys? Nope. But I was close. Here. Maybe we can get it from here. Let's go. Nope. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna die before I get it. Okay. Let's go get our scaffolding so we're stop dinking around. There we are. Very good. Very good. So we can get... There we go. Very good. Whoop, that's not what I wanted. Come on. Come on, Speed Bridge. Do you even Speed Bridge, bro? Nope, I don't, apparently. Okay, how did that get inset 1? Well, that's not good. What? This is why we check things, guys, okay? Where's it outset one? So that one's just not right? Is that it? Gotta double check our math. Math is hard. That one's looking good. This one's also looking good. Okay. There we go. There we go, Speed Bridge. Thank you. These ones are all good. It's just that back left corner one is just wrong. Okay. Well, we can fix that. Okay. Let's place that dirt in place. We still have some, right? Yes, we do. Good. Do you even speed bridge, bro? No, all the egg wars practice. And for what? Oh, come on, back up. There we go. All right, let's get our fancy block here. Then we can finish going across. There we go. Okay. So this needs to be 7. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. There we go. I think that's good. Yes, let's go. Okay, so now that's in line with this one again. And in line with this one. Yes! Okay. Now we need to count it to make sure that it's even on all the sides. We're almost there. Almost there. This is a fairly large frame. I remember when we were building that one over there, I was surprised with how big it was. Like, in order to really make it the size that we needed it. And I'm feeling the same thing in this moment right now. Okay, let's count our blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Now, I don't know if you've heard, but Mint's premium...
Not only did I get this wrong, Ryan Reynolds, but I got it wrong twice. Because wasn't it... It was 20 blocks wide, right? Me thinks it was 20 blocks wide on the surface there. Got to burn some speed before we just like hit the wall. The littles are watching the original Hulk, and he has to speak Portuguese. I thought he was in Venezuela and he's speaking Spanish. No me gusta. Doesn't he say no me gustaría cuando estoy enojado? Doesn't he say that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19. Is it square? This has got to square. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17, 18, 19. I made a boo-boo. That one was going to be taller. Like a lot taller. So it's only supposed to be 19 blocks long. At the level where we add in the lighthouse. Okay. Go and take a dirt nap here real quick. Not that kind of dirt nap. It's just a nap in the dirt. Twice. Yeah. Where's Barley whenever I make that reference? Oh, wait. I need to get other wood. Here we are. Okay. So now if it's only supposed to be 19 and it's 23 long right now, it needs to go 2 in on both sides. So let's go like this. Yes. Yes. And this way needs to, we'll have to fix that one here in a minute because that one's going to be weird. Okay. 1 and 2. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. There we go. Okay. There's Speed's Bridge. Yes! Don't make me Spanish. You wouldn't like me when I'm Spanish. You just watched the scene where he had an English-Portuguese diary. Where was he at? Oh, with Edward Norton. Okay. You see, I was talking about the OG one with Eric Bana. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. There it is. So that should go 9 on either side then, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? Is that right? Let's track that. 1. Yes. Push it through the other side and we can double check that. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 19 is here. Okay. I feel like maybe I should have started with this. Just saying. Alright, so then we can just take down the outside borders. Whoop. What scene was that? Where was he at? Was he in Brazil? Is that where he was? Because I know he was in South America. There we go. Better. Okay, so that needs to be a fancy block. We can fix our fancy blocks here. All right, fancy pants, come on. Almost. Yes. And we already got that last one, right? I think we did. Woo! Chat fell down. All right, let's go ahead and take the rest of this down because we've got to replace 100% of it. See, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to give myself a project for when I do go on vacation that I can just pound away and finish on. Like I did last time when I finished the other Lighthouse. Remember that? Wasn't that a good day? These are going up a lot taller than I anticipated. I can't just like tear them down from the bottom. You know, there's a bunch of mods that are out there that make it so that when you cut down, when you shift click and you're trying to chop this down, that it just takes down the entire log set up to a stack. It's really addicting when you start playing with that. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't be ridiculous. Okay. I think if I get the scaffolding down, I should be able to work my way backwards down so I don't make the same mistake twice. There we are. Nice. Very nice.
Hey guys, it's Twice. Our album 10 does
We are
not-
getting a lot of commercials right now. It's interesting. It's like the longer you listen to Spotify, the more the commercials come. It's like, oh, you're actually interested in listening? Let's go ahead and throw some more commercials at you. Did you like what we were playing there? Let's go ahead and not play what you like, and we can play a commercial instead. Listen, just because I'm going to keep listening regardless doesn't mean you can just make money off me. Okay. There we are. We're getting there now. So let's fix this corner since we already got the scaffolding up. So we've already gone 1, so we need 7 total for this one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is the Frere Jacques song. It always reminds me of Frere Jacques. It will never not. Reminds me of the Star Trek Next Generation episode where he gets stuck in the turbo lift with the kids. And remember, Picard doesn't like kids. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I guess that one doesn't need to be. Sweet. I kind of need that scaffolding. I really want it. It's very valuable. Okay. So if I go here, right next to it. Yes. Yes! Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7. Oh, 6, 7. I don't even know what that means, but it's something. No, I know it comes from rap song. Google done taught me. Okay. 4, 5. And 6. We're gonna lose some blocks if we don't run around and collect these real quick. And all our work will be in vain. There we go. Perfect strangers, yeah. Don't be ridiculous. I wouldn't have known about that show except for what you showed me. We needs to eat. There we are. Oh, I like that little like thing he's doing there. What? Look at we all being creative. Very nice. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we can come out and do this. Yep. Look at that. Look at that. We're going to be being smart with scaffolding. I know. It's so weird. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom. Sweet. There we are. Nice. It's a beach umbrella and a beach towel. Looks like a little bit like a trading pagoda or something. All right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we are. See, now this is the smart way of doing it. See, we'll learn eventually how to be smart. Just takes time. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we are. Very nice. This one can be the fancy one. Oh, we got to sleep. This is not a very well protected area. It says there's... Oh no. Okay. We're good. We're good. Don't worry about it. We're fine. Trying to get this structure started. Ooh. Nice. Ooh, what are you doing there, guy? Hey, here's the creeper. Hey, guy. Hello. Boom. Nice. Very nice. Do I need any of those things? No. Chainmail armor? Ew, gross. It feels really bad tossing out that gunpowder, but we have a farm for that. Okay? Listen, Linda, it's okay. We have a farm. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whoop. Gotta be the fanciness. Okay, we are down to scaffolding. Man down. Scaffolding down. Where'd it go? Not seeing it. Where'd you go, guy? It's like when I'm looking down, it like fuzzes everything out because of the depth of field stuff I've got going on. It's like I'm trying to tell a love story and it's got that fuzz effect on everything. I don't know where it went. We'll find it eventually. Sweet. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And this one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very nice. Yep, we got to break that block. Got to make it solid foundation all the way up. Yep, buddy. Okay, so then we got the scaffolding goodness that's coming here. Yep. There we go. Sweet. Can almost reach that. 2 more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Fanciness here? Nope, not here. It goes here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. fanciness. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Has the fanciness on there. Yes. Then it needs to go down one more. Okay. And that should be enough to make it all the way good. Sweet. Very nice. Almost there. We've got the last one here. El último. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then this one's got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then this one needs to have a spot there. Good. Good, good. Okay. That's better. Yeah? Still don't know where that last piece of scaffolding went. It's nearby somewhere. I just don't know which one, though. We've got a long ways to go on that, but we got a really good start. We got a really good start. See? You see? All right, let's go see if we can see that from afar. We should, if we're on the top of this lighthouse, we should be able to see the frame. That is my goal, the frame. Okay. Yep. You can see a little tiny bit of the frame. Little tiny bit of the frame. Okay. That's good. That's good. Now we just need to get our filler blocks. We can go in there and get all the different gradients of brown in there. Do I want black concrete? I don't think I do. I think I'm good with the black terracotta that's like a really dark brown. And then working up from there. Yeah. Okay, let's do it. Whoa, a little framey. I got a lot of stuff happening here. The game's not loving me very much. Let's see how the sorting is working. Oh, it caught up. So it was probably just when I was going AFK over there, and it was just stuck here, and it was not within the simulation distance, so it just all overflowed the system. That's got to be what it was. All right, what are we gonna take? Wasn't there something that only had like a couple things in it? Ah, future project, yes. And this one is... take that out. I'll plug that in here for now. We've got to break this down at some point. This is from when we did all the netherite mining. Okay. Let's do it. So we're gonna need, let's get like 4 stacks of everything that we think we need. We still have a ton of wood at the other place too, so that'll work. We could probably use a little bit of the light gray terracotta, but not a ton, so we'll just take 2 of those. Then we've got the gray. We don't have a lot of that. We probably need to make more. And we don't have a lot of black either. Okay. We do have brown though. Not quite 4 stacks. Okay, so we need to take out our regular terracotta and then go make more. Got it. So we need the black. So just like 24. That'll give us, nope, 32. And that'll give us the 4 stacks that we need. Boom. 4 stacks of black terracotta. Good. And then we need one more of the brown, right? So that's gonna be 8. Boom. The shulker I used, the shulker that was used to put your stuff in, isn't that free? Yeah, actually there was the ninja box was what Matt used to give me a gift once. So if you need to use it, man, it's all yours. So then we need light gray. To make the light gray, we'll need 16 and 16, right? We don't have a ton. No, just regular gray. Yes, we'll get 8. I'm having a hard time with the math here, guys. Can't remember what I need. I need 32, I think, but I have some, but not a ton. There's the gray terracotta. Do we want to do... Yes, we do. Let's do one more stack. Okay. Put this back. We can go fly back. Boom. Oh, you meant if I needed one to put stuff in for the lighthouse. Oh, I have so many shulker boxes, man. It's not even funny. That's the brown. So we got the brown. Then we've got the gray. And I had another gray in here, if I remember right. Right? Oh, yes, I did. And then we got the black, not a dingle hopper. Then we need the concrete. And we have a little bit over there, but not a ton. Do we need to get another stack of each in order to make that? I think we do. Let's do it. Get the gravel. And we want brown. I put it in here, right? Yes, I did. Whoop. This is a good song. Really kind of much wants to make you go. And bite your lip a little bit too. Night of the Roxbury style, okay? Yeah, we need a little more brown dye for that. So we'll just go over there and use what little we have left. Remember, we have like a miniature itty bitty manual farm for that. That's all we really need. We need to go overboard. All right, and there. Boom. 3 stacks. That works. We'll probably need a little bit more, but I'm not sure how much we want at this point. Yeah. I broke the window again. That was so perfect. Thanks, Will. Okay. So we're going to plan on doing a gradient here. The lighthouse will start on top. We're going to have to create like some sort of staircase to get up there in order to make that really work, I think. Okay. Let's get our shulker down. Kind of see what we're looking at here. Maybe we can build this on the sun side a little bit. Okay, look, scaffolding. You can't get stuck up there, okay? I keep losing like one here and one there. Pretty soon I'm gonna lose you all. There we go. All right, we can put our scaffolding away. Boom. Okay. All right, so we're starting with the dark on the bottom. And that's pretty much going to be reserved for the lowest ranges. So that's going to be like here-ish. Most of this is all going to be that, I think. We might need to get into some deep slate just because it's going into the water. That would make sense to me, but we'll see. So maybe not a ton of the black, but some. Okay, let's go ahead and just line this bottom here. And then we can like scatter it. Yep. Yep. That one's just gonna have like a couple here and there as it like gradients up. So remember, what we kind of want when we're building this is when the rain comes down, it washes away all the dirt. So it's going to have streaks of light and like kind of mounds of dark, more or less, as the streaks kind of come down of the light. That's what we're going for. I think that'll be pretty neat. Yep. And then we can kind of go like this. Yes. And right there. Plug that there. Sweet. This is good. This is very good. I thought it was speed bridging, and it's like, nope. You're not speed bridging. Think again, bub. Nice. Erosion. Yeah, that's exactly what we're doing. But it's kind of like erosion. Like the erosion really won't like on those buildings. It doesn't break down the rocks. It kind of does. You can kind of mix in cobblestone a little bit, but not. It's not what we're going for. At least I don't think. All right, we're ready for a little bit more of the black. Boom. We might need like double the amount of resources that we got. Like double. Yeah. There we go. Nice. That should be good. I think we're done with the black at this point. Right? Nothing else above that line? Oh, I can have one more. Let's do that. Okay. Sweet. I wanted to get a little bit of this done before we wrapped up. That's good. All right, let's go to the boat. All right, we can kind of see what we got cooking here. Not a whole lot right here. We can zoom in. Change our FOV so we can really like do that. I wish there was like a command where I could really change this so I could look. Okay. We got it started. Yeah. We got a little bit of a stairway that Will made too. That's pretty neat. That's really neat. Okay. Yeah, this is going to look really good once it's done. So then we should actually be able to see Kenza's place from the top of that tower too, or really close to it. Because remember, it's like right over that hill over there. is where her place is. Cool. Alrighty, guys. Let's wrap it up. All right. So, hopefully you guys had a wonderful week. Thank you very much for sticking around with me today as we went through and figured out how to go build a second lighthouse and make multiple mistakes, because that's what we do, because we're human. Remember that you can't be perfect on your own. It's not really an option. You need help. You need assistance. And really, you need to have an objective observer to decide what perfect is. Because what I'm going to look at and be like, ooh, look at that. Oh, it's so great. Look at that. And then someone actually goes and uses a plumb line and measures it. It's just not actually perfect. You need that person who's going to do that. That person for us is Jesus. He is the plumb line. He's the one that keeps us in line automatically. It's really neat. So if you haven't chosen Jesus to be your savior yet, do it. Just do it. It's so simple. All you got to say is, I'm a sinner and I've failed and I need your help, and I know you've already come and died for me, so that way I don't need to worry about trying to fulfill the law, which is an impossible task. It's an impossible task. No human apart from Jesus could actually fulfill the entire law. That's why he came, though. He knew that we couldn't do that, but we had to get to the point where we realized we needed that help. Just like in AA, you have to A, admit that you have a problem, and B, admit that you need help. Until you get those first two steps, you can't get on the road to recovery. You can't. And that's where we're at here. So until you admit that you are a sinner and you need help from a higher power, which is Jesus Christ, which is God, the one who created you, who knew you before you were formed in the womb. He's the one that will make it simple for you, because he already took the punishment for all the sins that you've already committed and took his righteousness and gave it to you freely. So all you got to do is just take it. Just take it. Just like this free stream that you guys get to come and watch and have a good time with me and do movie quotes and talk about Chris Kattan breaking the window again. It's free. Choose the free gift, guys. It is 100% free. It's the only faith that's out there that doesn't require you to try, because it changes you from the inside out. It changes you from the inside out. Just like the sun that glows from the inside out, you begin to glow from the inside out too, with the goodness that he pours through you. It's good stuff, guys. All right, so if you guys haven't done so already, please make sure that you like the stream, like the video if you're watching on YouTube after the fact. Make sure that you comment down below. I read all the comments and I respond to every single one of them as well. Love it if you guys would share your thoughts, what spoke to you this week, and if you're struggling with anything and you want to talk about it, get it down there and we'll talk. If you also have any questions about anything about Christianity and faith, please don't let it hold you back. Just ask the question. Give us a chance to answer it, so that way we can allay your fears, so that way you too can take the plunge and become a Christian like me. All right, guys, thank you so much for all this. Make sure you subscribe to Dark Maestro, join the army of light, and make sure you ding that bell so you get all the notifications of all the things that I do. If it's going to be a post or a video or a live stream, it's good stuff. And also special thanks to Will for joining me today and helping build and getting the birdhouse up for this coffee lady over here. Look at this birdhouse. Like, he actually built that over there. It took him all of 10 minutes. This guy, he's got skills. He's got skills. Yes, he does. All right, I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Remember, be good to each other, because God was good to you. All right? Be the beacon, everybody.